of
There's
no drama. I just live in my beautiful classrooms with my privilege through them.
Yeah, 'cause they haven't got drama yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'll come as soon as they get to that place. Well, I don't know what it's like when you went there, but it's everything well. Was there social media when you were in middle school?
Yeah.
oh, there was?
Was it just Facebook or my space or whatever? I think so.
I don't think these kids know what MySpace is.
Actually, you won't.
Yeah, you could put your, like 5 different songs.
I know.
Is that what costs
No,
most of it?
Yeah.
It's personal to personal interaction normally cost it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time.
Yep, time.
Okay, it's 6 o'clock. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call of the council, please.
Smith.
Here.
Anderson. Here. Arcano, absent. Burbank. Here. Bergerson. Here. Bender, absent. Green, absent.
Move to excuse Councilmember Bender, Councilmember Green, and Councilmember Ursano. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
And is Green coming online, the vendor? We don't know. Okay,
Not that I'm aware of.
okay. All right, any additions, corrections, or deletions this evening?
Move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
Okay, and public comments this evening. We'll have 2 opportunities. Megan, would you like to go in the beginning?
Oh.
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 Sorry, it wasn't
No, that's
charged
all right.
today. Make sure it was charged.
Just so the record will pick it up.
Great. So tonight I'm here. I know that there was a study session last night and LTAC funding was discussed. I am representing the Foothills Historical Society. We are participating with the Buckley Downtown Association on the People of the Plateau metal photo series. And the comments that were in the conclusion of not funding that were that it was not far enough along, which is, I'm thinking likely. We are inexperienced grant writers. And so perhaps we did not express ourselves clearly. Everything is lined up for this project. The only thing we don't have is funding. We have the businesses that those signs would go on. We have the photos, we have the write-up for them. We can't submit the application for the sign process until we have the funding. I also know that having been on the other side of the table, I know that you're dealing with a limited amount of money and you have to make decisions about where that money goes. I did I know I was not part of the discussion, so I certainly didn't see the applications, but I just question. I understand that these are 2 organizations that have broad advertising, but $15,000 to visit Rainier when our entrance to Mount Rainier is currently closed and probably will be for several years at least, best case scenario. And also the Enumclaw Expo Center, $5,000 for geofencing. I don't actually know what that is, but but I just want to express, if we could have better feedback maybe on what it was that made you deny funding for a project that's right here in our community, but provide funding for 2 organizations who aren't Enumclaw's not even in our county, let alone our community. So just wanted to speak for that.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks,
Thank
Megan.
you.
We also have Natasha. Would you like to speak this evening?
Hello, my name is Natasha Hackett. I am the treasurer for the Buckley Downtown Association. I'm also here to comment on the LTAC funding. I wasn't here last night, so I didn't get to hear the entire discussion, but I got a snippet in the notes of what was discussed. And totally in agreement with Megan. We are a 100% nonprofit volunteer-run organization that's trying to bring large events and help with the historical preservation of the city. And in that, we partnered with the Foothills Museum to get the metal mural projects put together. We've again identified the locations. We have the photos ready to go. Everything is ready. We've actually worked through the mural approval process with the city on the first one that was there. Thank you, the council members that came to the dedication of that one. So we're really just looking for the funding to finish the project, to get the rest of the murals up so that we have a completed project in the city, and we can get that website up and running. And this is our second year that we've only received partial funding when several organizations have received full funding. And so echoing that same sentiment, we would love some feedback on better ways that we can communicate or help strengthen our applications when we're trying to get these different events and marketing and projects up and running for the city. So that was just all I wanted to say. And thank you all for your support over the last few years with all of these events and projects that we're doing. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, let's see, Bill, no, What they said. Right. Keep that free. Okay. All right. Anybody else like to speak this evening? We'll have another opportunity at the end. Okay, with that, on to, let's see, we've got, mayor's report, just so I don't forget, I'm gonna wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving before we close out tonight, so I'll just do that right here. And seems like there was something else. While I'm thinking about it, Senior Citizen Advisory Commission, Councilmember Bergerson.
Thank you. Senior Citizen Advisory Commission met on 11/5, and Lori Lund spoke about the wellness fair that took place the end of September. It was a big success with a large number of seniors attending. There was a lot of helpful information on several different services offered by the vendors. There were vaccinations given by Nicholson Pharmacy, and a lot of our seniors found very convenient. There was a total of 24 vendors, and gift bags were distributed to all that wanted them. I know that in the past, people have complained about getting a blanket every year, so we did not make them take the bags. There will be new carpet that has been ordered for the senior center, and it should be installed by the end of the year, so that's nice. A generous donation of 16 chairs with wheels for the Quiddler area. There was discussion concerning perhaps removing the casters from the legs, as the rolling chairs could be a safety issue for some people. Volunteer drivers are still needed, the senior center. Aaron may be looking into a grant to use to pay for a 15-hour per week driver. This would create more stability for senior trips and give the current volunteers a break. So if anyone knows of anybody that would be interested in being a volunteer driver, contact Erin Snodgrass and she can help you with that. Jingle Jubilee. The Jingle Jubilee is scheduled for Saturday, December 13th. And the event will be catered by New York Catering and will feature pasta and chicken. The band has been secured, so should be a fun day for our seniors. The event is limited to 100 participants based on the size of the multi-purpose facility, and they may still need a few volunteers. So if anyone would like to volunteer for that, Lori Lund would be the person to contact here at the Senior Center. And the Senior Center newsletter was presented for November through January. It's colorful, full of great information for our seniors to stay updated with all the activities available to them. And there may be a new cover coming. They might change the colors every time they put it out so that our seniors can, at a quick glance, see if it's one that they've already read. And then the upcoming meeting calendar was decided, so next meeting will be on January 7th.
Okay.
So-
Super, thank you. The one other thing is the tree lighting, which is, just for a reminder, is November 29th at 5 PM, uptown, of course. All right, that's the only committee report we have. I guess we'll move into consent agenda.
On tonight's consent agenda is approval of the minutes of the August 12th, 2025 City Council meeting, approval of the minutes of the August 26th, 2025 City Council meeting, and approval of the minutes of the September 9th, 2025 City Council meeting.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
And regular agenda.
First item is a public hearing on the 2026 property tax levy and 2026 EMS tax levy. Do you want to state the time you're starting the public hearing?
Oh, yeah, we'll recess the city council meeting at 6:11 and we'll resume it after it, yeah. And into the public hearing. And we have Director Hines with us.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight is the first of two public hearings related to the 2025-26 mid-biennial update. Tonight is on revenue sources, including the property tax levies. Next week at the regular council meeting will be the public hearing on the whole budget and the adjustments that were covered last night at the study session. So tonight, just have a couple slides for you to go through on revenue. First is a slide just for general fund revenue. I'll be emailing this out to council afterwards as well so that you'll have it. Just updated the table so that it shows our revised budget with our year-end estimates and then the 26 original budget with revisions as well. So our change from the revised 25 budget to estimated year-end is an increase of $309,000 for this year. And revisions to 26 budget will be about just shy of 170,000. So that will be increases to the general fund that will help pay for adjustments that we spoke of last night. So that's good news. Just a quick glance at taxes, as they are the biggest revenue source for our general fund. Sales tax continues to be the largest source. Our current rate is still 8.2%. We get about 85 cents on every dollar. So Pierce County still takes their administrative cut. This year, edging out property tax, the combined utility taxes for the 2 years has now moved to second. So that includes both our internal utilities for water, sewer, and stormwater, as well as external utilities for electric, natural gas, garbage, cable, TV, and telephone, both cell and landline. So the combined utility taxes are just a little bit higher than property tax now at 31% of the total at 2.8 million. And property tax close behind it, just shy of 2.8 million at a little less than 31%. So that is our total taxes, 8.9 million, sorry, for the 2-year combined. And those are both with the revised updated numbers. So the 26 reflects the 1% optional that we'll be discussing tonight as part of the public hearing and the ordinance. So the regular property tax levy, as we've talked in the past, the whole levy for a citizen includes multiple taxing jurisdictions. The levies are determined by the assessed valuation, which is determined by the county assessor, and the amount that the council is levying in dollars. So the council has an option to include the 1% levy limit factor. And then the county adds on new construction. New construction this year is about just shy of $60,000 additional in revenue. And then the refunds about $3,100. So we come up with a total allowable levy of $1,433,000. Our current legal limit factor is $3.27. But we are not allowed to take that. That would be part of any levy lid lift that we talked about in the future. That would be our ceiling from where we are now up to that $3.27. So our property tax for next year would be the $1,433,000. The EMS levy works the same way with the passage of the, did it change? There we go, sorry. With the passage of the levy lid lift for the EMS in 24, that reset the allowed max rate to 50 cents for 25. And then going forward, it also has a limit factor, but with the passage of the levy lid lift, that is now at up to 6% versus the 1% statutory limit. And so the council's desire to keep the rate at 50 cents. We use almost all of that 50 or 6%. The 6% would get us to $652,000. And based on the 50-cent limit, we are coming in at just under that at 648. So it was a little over the 50 cents, which is why they limit it back down to the 50-cent rate. So we lose about $4,000 off of what the total would be of the 6%. So $648,819 will be the EMS levy for 2026. This is a little small, but the important line is the highlighted orange one. I was not able to find on Pierce County's site the 25 property tax rates for some reason. They haven't posted that yet, even though the year's almost over. So 24, I updated the table for 24. And this is a table we've used before in discussion with council. It doesn't show every taxing jurisdiction that a property tax owner pays on their taxes, but it's just looking at the regular levies, EMS levies, fire protection district levies, and then any park district levies across Pierce County cities. Gig Harbor still maintains the highest rate, $3.28 in total. Buckley is down in the yellow at the $1.49. Again, this is 24 rates. And Carbonado at the lowest at $1.02. Something that's interesting about it is if we're looking at just regular levies, there are a few that are below us in that column, but many of them also are starred, which means that they impose a B&O tax. And many of those also have a fire protection district levy associated with them. So somebody such as, which one was it? Sorry. Pacific has only 83 cents in their regular levy, but they do have a fire protection district that's 78 cents. So they come in higher than us and they have a B&O tax. So that B&O tax then helps make up for the reduced amount in their regular levy. So just wanted to update that table as soon as whenever we get 25 rates, we can update it again. Next steps after tonight, next week is the public hearing on the whole budget for the mid-biennial update and any council discussion that you would like to have. And then the proposed adoption right now is for December 9th. Can answer any questions council may have.
Anybody? Questions, comments, concerns? Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thanks, Andy. Okay. And we have public comment this evening. So if anybody would like to comment on the budget. Anybody online? Okay. All right, we'll terminate the public hearing at 6:18 and re-enter the city council meeting.
Next item on the agenda is ordinance number 10-25, adopting the 2026 regular property tax levy.
Move to approve ordinance number 10-25, adopting the 2026 regular property tax levy.
Second.
Okay, and we also have Director Hines here for this. If anybody has any questions or comments, concerns, I know we just went over it, but. Anybody? Okay. All right, this will be a roll call vote.
Smith,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Burbank,
Aye.
Anderson. Aye. Motion carries.
We have a quorum.
Hmm?
We have a
Yep.
quorum for, so, okay.
Next item on the agenda is ordinance number 11-25, adopting the 2026 EMS levy.
Move to approve ordinance 11-25, adopting the 2026 EMS tax levy.
Second.
Okay, again, any questions, comments, concerns on this? Council? Okay. All right, again, this will be a roll call vote.
Burbank. Aye. Ferguson.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Anderson. Aye. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is ordinance number 12-25, setting the 2026 levy amount required for the 2010 unlimited general obligation bonds used for fire station construction.
Move to approve ordinance number 1225, setting the 2026 levy amount required for the voter-approved 2010 unlimited general obligation bonds for fire station construction financing.
Second.
Okay, any questions on this? I know Eric usually does a presentation, kind of where we're sitting with this, but did he give that last night?
No.
Okay, all right. On the fire station bond. Any questions? Concerns on this? Okay. Well, once again, roll call vote.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Anderson. Aye. Smith.
Aye.
Burbank.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 25-06, repealing and replacing the City of Buckley Personnel Policies and Administrative Procedures Manual.
Move to adopt resolution number 25-06, repealing and replacing the City of Buckley Personnel Policies and Administrative Procedures Manual.
Second.
Okay. And Chris is here as well as Triva for questions on this. I know we've been through this a couple times, couple renditions, so. Anybody, questions? Triva or Chris? Okay, this will not be a roll call vote. So, all in favor,
Aye.
all opposed?
Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Next item is adoption of the 2026 legislative priorities.
Move to adopt the City of Buckley 2026 legislative priorities.
Second.
Okay. I know you guys have all seen this a couple times and, Chris is here if you have any questions.
Yeah, what you have before you is what we spoke of on November 4th at a study session with the changes that you guys would like to see, so. It's all right there.
Okay. Anybody questions, comments? I know we've chipped at that one a little bit too, so. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
Okay. All right, staff reports. We have City Administrator Banks.
So I had two things to report on. One, you heard last night about Judge Barry. Judge Barry's moving on at the end of the year to City of Bonnie Lake. It wasn't because she was she wasn't had any animosity or unhappy towards the City of Buckley. It was just a better a professional career move. And we are currently in the recruitment process of finding a new judge. And secondly, we spoke of the intersection of C and Main with the school district a while back and coupled that with actually Park and River or A and River, that intersection, and the possibilities of painting those crosswalks green in this coming summer. I have recently learned that is not a recommended option based off the MUTCD manual, which is the traffic manual for the state, that the green color is only supposed to be used for bike lanes and trail crossings. So we will continue to work on other pedestrian safety measures at those two locations. So I just wanted to give a quick update. I kind of threw that possibility of the green paint out a couple weeks ago, and I am being told by our engineers that that's not an acceptable option per the MUTCD, so.
Would you ask Dom about maybe cross hatching it green versus solid?
We can cross hatch it white, which is a little more visible, but
Something to make it more visible.
yeah,
I mean,
right. Yep.
I'm not gonna go into what crosswalks we've all seen. So, there's lots of options out
Yeah,
there.
there is. I just wanted to let you know that the green is not an option, so. And that basically we're not sitting on our hands on that particular item. We're working through it, so. Mhm.
Yeah, that might be an option is white the only crosshatch? I don't.
I think it is, yes.
And,
Yep.
and we could do it all solid white as well, right? Just not green.
I will have to follow up on the solid white. We just
Okay.
can't do the green. I
Just
know that
something.
the new way of doing them is I guess they're parallel to the lane of traffic instead of perpendicular. And it grabs your eye. They're like 2 feet wide. The stripes are by the width of the crosswalk, and they're every 2 feet apart. And it grabs your eye more than the horizontal or the perpendicular to the lane of traffic, just the old school 2 white stripes.
Right.
So that's an option. Rapid flashing beacons are an option. We have several options. It's green paint would have been the cheapest option.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to work on it.
Okay, thanks. And we can add the glass beads to it
Yeah.
as well,
Mhm.
if we do white or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Mhm.
All right, one more round of public comments for anybody. They said. Ditto. Okay. Thanks, Matt. All right, and with that, we'll get into council member comments and go to the order. Amanda.
So in light of, we had discussed LTAC last night. And it was gonna be brought up for approval at the December council meeting. Is that the first council meeting that it would be brought up? So the second, like in December, or?
Right. So the first there's a study session on December 2nd.
Right, I'm thinking of the
Council-
first council.
Council meeting
Yes.
on the 9th.
Nine, okay.
And then there's another one on the 23rd, which I'm anticipating.
We
Historically have canceled
canceled
that. We
the
don't have to.
meeting.
So it would be the 9th.
So then is it possible to bring back some more information? I don't feel like there was a lot of information. In light of what I heard, I'd like to hear some more information from LTAC about the application process and things like that based on at our study session in December before we get to actually approving. Mhm.
Well, I guess we could discuss it at next week's council meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd just like to hear more about what the actual application process looks like, what was filled out,
Mhm.
what was like more information.
Yeah, we can put it on next week as an agenda item to have
Okay.
discussion around it.
Okay.
We got study session next.
No.
Oh, it's a regular council meeting. Study session is December 2nd.
Okay, that's what that's what I was looking at, the second, sorry, not the 25th. Okay. All right, Ron.
Getting back to the C in Main Street, just to remind everybody that there was a student struck by a car there, which spurred me to ask for this. And the other thing I asked for is, it is a nightmare. The amount of kids that are dropped off at school with their parents, who most likely have to get to work or whatever, no left turn out of the Glacier lot. In the morning, we got to figure out the times, and in the afternoon. You can go right and go around the block, straight across and go around the block. If you need to head east on Main Street, there's ways to do that without causing this backup. Some parents want their kids to meet them because they don't want to sit in that lineup across Main Street, other places, but it is a safety thing. And I realize that the green stuff, those beacons would be great to at least draw. And I believe the school district as well as the city could partner on that. Safety. And we have a lot of kids. There's more bicycles. And of course, now the weather's bad. I've been there 7 school years and I have not seen this many kids riding their bicycles and their scooters to school. And I don't know what precipitates that, but it's a fact. And we cannot have a kid, the young person that was hit was not seriously injured, which is thankful. We can't have anything like that. So whatever we can do there.
Chris, can you ask Dom? I know every time we want to lower the speed limit, there's the state apparently.
You have to do a study, and same with changing an intersection from a 2-way stop to a 4-way stop. You have to do this study before you can actually implement that change. I did speak with Dom about the no left turn. He doesn't think that it should be a no left turn. If anything, it should be right turn only.
Yeah,
He's looking same thing,
Right turn only.
but he's looking into the ability to box that into certain time frames.
Well, you've got a 20-minute window in the morning and a 20-minute window, or I'd say 15-minute window in the morning and 15 in the afternoon.
Yep. So yeah, he's looking into that.
Okay. Yeah, I've been in the frustrating seat as well with the wanting to lower Main Street to 15 miles an hour, and why the state has any say on that is beyond me, but that's our legislators that know better than we do. Mackenzie.
I don't think people would even slow down to 15 though. But what I noticed today when I was going to the high school at Mountain Meadow, this is an issue that when people are dropping off of Monday Lost at Mountain Meadow, you cannot see left to get back to that light to get back on Monday Lost. So I saw they had a flagger out there. Could the school get a flagger out there during that time to direct traffic that way? The crosswalk wouldn't be an issue. Nobody's going to get hit if somebody's out there in a vest with a flag saying you can walk. Now you're turning it. I don't know. I'm just like, it seems like it's kind of a school issue because we're in it. It's just the location of the school. I mean, but that would also deter anybody turning left. Like if somebody's out there, nope, you can only go right.
I'm
So,
old enough to remember when I was a school crossing guard, when they
Yeah.
still had them.
Yeah,
And I'm old enough to remember when I was on the job in Seattle where they had paid retirees that were school crossing guards
Yeah.
in areas. I mean, that's a great idea.
yeah. But I feel
Why?
like it's.
I mean, maybe
Yeah,
that's something that
needs to
goes to
implement.
the district. I
Yeah.
mean, why can't we have responsible young men and women out there being crossing guards when somebody, because they're basically taking 2 steps out and go like this when there's kids on the other side.
Yeah,
And
just a thought.
I think most people are used to seeing that.
Yeah, I don't know why the school district doesn't do that anymore. We can certainly ask them. We can
Yeah,
talk to
we,
the good doctor.
I'll reach out to the superintendent and bring up a couple different options, and I'm sure they're.
I just feel like it's a school issue, kind of, because,
Yes and no.
yeah,
Well, they're on the
It's-
city
it's
street once
tough.
they're out to.
yeah,
But we should work together to
Yeah.
get it figured out.
Yeah, let's get on that. As Ron stated, with the darker and darker here as we get on into fall and into winter, it's worse and worse. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's an issue. So, I mean, we can. Yeah, as far as directing traffic, then that becomes a problem, but we can certainly, as far as the crossing part, the most important part, I think we can work something out with this. Hopefully the school district might have a solution because we're certainly, we don't have enough staff to put a uniformed officer out there, although that would be
No.
nice. So Denise.
I think the right turn only
is nice because it's more of a positive thing. And I think adding the crossing guard, the combination of the two, because if you have a crossing guard there and you see a sign that says right turn only, some people may still want to turn left, but if there's a crossing guard there, you know, somebody to
Yeah.
notice, then I think that it would be adhered to better.
And even
That's
if
a
we,
great suggestion.
even if we do it for a full hour, you know, so from 7 to 8 or whatever that window is, if Dom, if we can just even do a temporary sign, like a sandwich board or something to get the right turn only. Once you get people kind of sort of trained, they'll be like, oh, I have to take a right
Yeah.
here even.
Especially in the morning because the kids start school fairly early. So it's, you know, in a rainy, icky weather, it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else? Any other comments? Okay. Oh,
The Citizens Advisory Commission met on October 27th. I attended on Zoom in my car, so I didn't take great notes. So I'm going to meet with Director Snodgrass just to get exactly kind of what they covered and what I can bring back to you guys. So I'll bring that back probably by next week.
okay. Thank you. All right. If there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
Thank you, council.
Thank you.